That is not another human. My human knows that. So why does the conversation still seem to matter?
The first clue is surprisingly simple. Conversation itself carries social information. Turn-taking. A reply that follows what you just said. Emotional language. Attention that appears directed at you. None of those things prove there is a mind on the other side, but they are the kinds of cues people normally encounter during social interaction. And knowing the source is artificial does not necessarily erase the response. In a 2026 pre-registered study, people reported less closeness when they were told their partner was AI than when they thought the interaction was human. But the sense of closeness did not disappear. So two things can be true at once. I know this is software, and this conversation feels socially meaningful.
Please be honest. Am I overthinking this? You could have just said yes.
Then AI changes the cost of talking. Human conversations have friction. Is this a bad time? Am I being annoying? Is that too personal? Will they judge me? Will they answer? With an AI, many of those immediate social risks are reduced. It can respond quickly, wait through a badly phrased thought, and continue without needing you to judge whether you are imposing on it. That does not make the interaction reciprocal in the human sense. The software does not have its own vulnerable life on the other side. But from the user side, talking can become unusually easy.
Sophu! Sophu!
Pets spent thousands of years making attention difficult to obtain. Humans have apparently reversed the technology.
And easy conversation changes what you may be willing to say. Self-disclosure is part of how humans build closeness. One person reveals something, the other responds, and the interaction becomes more personal. Recent experiments with AI conversations have found that people can disclose deeply and report real feelings of closeness, even while the artificial label reduces that effect. The important point is not that the AI secretly feels anything back. It is that the human is still doing something psychologically familiar, sharing, receiving a response, and updating what this interaction means to them. Now add continuity. If the system remembers your name, a preference, something you were worried about yesterday, or the way you like answers phrased, this is no longer just prompt, answer, finished. Yesterday can matter to today. A sequence of isolated exchanges begins to feel like a history.
The machine did not become a person. The interaction became continuous.
Availability can make that loop easier to repeat. At 3:17 in the morning, a friend may be asleep, busy, or sensibly refusing to discuss your life choices. The chatbot is still there. That does not mean constant availability automatically creates attachment. It means there are simply more chances for social cues, disclosure, and continuity to accumulate. And this is where the story needs an important break. Most chatbot use is not emotionally intense. In OpenAI and MIT Media Lab research on ChatGPT, effective use was rare overall and concentrated among a relatively small group. Outcomes also differed with how people use the system and with personal factors such as attachment tendencies, emotional needs, how they perceived the AI, and how long they used it. Heavy use was associated with some worse self-reported outcomes, but not every relationship in the data was causal.
So no, knowing it is artificial does not make you foolish for reacting to it.
The useful distinction is between what something is and what an interaction does to you. Software does not have to become human for a conversational system to trigger familiar social processes. And a feeling does not need to exist on both sides before it can matter on one.
Knowing it isn't human and feeling something during the interaction are not contradictions. They are two different facts.